Okay. Mr. Lee. First off, hello. Welcome to my very, very, very humble abode. And I didn't realize this thing was recording. But anyway, do you mind if I record? Okay. If I decide to share, would you be okay with that? Okay, awesome. Okay. So I've been running around scrambling for the last couple of minutes trying to straighten up a little bit, even though it still looks a mess in here. Because I called on Bruce Lee and he has agreed to speak with me a little bit. And so I want to try to keep this short because I do have other things to do today. And this is all my doing. I conjured him up. So hopefully I'll be able to speak to him again, and depending on how we mesh, if he's willing to speak to me a second time, I could really give him the floor and open things up. But for now I'm just going to use some of the cards and just see if he has something good, I guess, bad, otherwise, just something to say. I have a couple of questions just about some conspiracy theories surrounding, your transition to the other side. Would you mind answering that? Okay. So he's willing to answer questions about his crossing over. And so I guess, we'll call this a part one. I feel a little bit disrespectful because aside from the fact that I just called you, without prompting, I literally have a list. And this is not my only list, but I got a piece of paper, this little slip of paper that's been sitting on my desk for a few months now with names on it of people wanting to see me, and my bad, but I just really wanted to, if I could. Okay. All right. So, I got my incense burning over there. We done smudged. I just want to set some good intentions and put some good energy into this room. We want to keep all the negativity out. We just want to have a good time, have a good conversation. So, if we can start off, we're going to start with just a little oracle deck to kind of set the vibe, set the tone. I could use my board and whatnot, but I'm supposed to be getting more familiar with my cards, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Oh, I'm a little anxious because I had the little box set. I had gotten the box set of Bruce Lee movies when I was a kid, and I wore those VHS tapes out. Okay. I believe they're still in storage. I do believe they are still in storage. But at some point during adulthood, young adulthood, started looking at other stuff and just kind of drifted away from Bruce. But when, oh gosh, what was it that even triggered it? It was my daughter. My daughter had said something about Bruce Lee, or maybe I did. I don't even remember which one of us brought it up. Anyway, I ended up showing her a Bruce Lee movie because his movies are streaming on Tubi right now. And it just reminded me of how much I used to love those movies. And also some of his philosophy. um, some of his philosophy. He said he has a few quotables that have stuck with me over the years, and so um, I believe in at least one or two readings I've done, I've quoted him. So, anyway, all right, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee, can you just kind of give me something? I don't know what, just something. Because I don't want to be too rude to just jump right in. Like, how did you die? Like, I don't want to do that. But, I mean, I'm curious, though. I am curious. So, where do you say we should start? Okay. Fright. Stress. Oh, wow. Okay. Illness. Oh, okay. 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 Libation. Oh, okay. Collaboration. Okay, are we getting into conspiracy territory? Gift. I think we are a little bit. Bully. I think we're getting into some conspiracy territory here. Alliance. Mm. That wasn't what it wasn't what I was thinking. But okay. 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 Okay, so I might have to do some reading. I might have to do some reading to find out what some of the conspiracies are. So I know officially, um, on paper, his cause of death was a cerebral edema, which is a brain swelling. They said that he had a headache and that he was at this lady house who was supposed to have been a co-star of his from one of his movies. Um, but he had a headache, and then he told her he had a headache. She gave him some kind of medicine. Apparently, it wasn't just an aspirin or a Tylenol or something like that. And he went to lay down, and he never got back up. And some reports say that he had an allergic reaction to the medication that she gave him. Um, this man, he was extremely fit. He wasn't eating Chick-fil-A for breakfast like I do. Um, he was extremely, extremely fit and health conscious. Um, he was stressed. Um, he was really, really getting started because he was only 32 years old, I think, when he passed away. So, if you know anything about Bruce Lee's story, he was really, he had been in show business or been in entertainment his entire life. His father, I believe, was an opera singer, and Bruce was in all types of like movies and stuff since he was a child. He got into American cinema in his mid to late 20s, and so he had really only been in the American game for a couple of years, and he was making himself known as both an actor and as a martial artist. Um, this libation cup, this refers to like a religious offering or a spiritual offering, but I feel like this card is multifaceted. Because honestly, the first thing I thought of was whatever the medication was that was offered to him for the headache. Um, if he actually did have the headache, they say his official story is that a couple of months before he passed, he went to the hospital for something that was not undisclosed, but they never found anything wrong with him. Um, I forgot what they said his complaints were, but there wasn't. They couldn't find anything. Supposedly, they couldn't find anything. They're like, oh, you're healthiest person I've never seen, you know. But yeah, he had some kind of mystery illness then. Oh shit. Okay, in the event that I do decide to publish this online, let me say that this is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Um, I don't know. I can't prove anything. I'm talking, okay? I'm talking to what I believe to be the spirit of Bruce Lee, and I'm using a deck of cards, and I'm just kind of talking, okay? I don't know nothing. Um, hmm, this is kind of giving Prince energy a little bit. And what I mean by that is, I recall in 2016, Prince died in April 2016. I will never, ever, ever forget that. Um, because just shortly before he died, what was it, a couple of weeks before he died, he mysteriously came down with a sickness. And he was on an airplane. Speaking of Prince, he was on an airplane, and they had to do an emergency landing of his plane because he did come down with some sort of mystery illness. He never said what it was, and then he came back and he was like, "Okay, y'all save y'all prayers. I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm fine." And then what? A couple of weeks later, he's dead from an overdose. Um, Bruce Lee is giving me this same energy. Like I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that at all. So I'm definitely gonna have to come back and do a part two. Um, that was more than what I bargained for. By the way, I don't know if I ever said what this card was, but it's sneak peek. So he's letting me see. He's letting me see. Um, allegedly, according to what I think I see in these cards, this and I know there's a conspiracy theory out there already. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know there is one at least about his death not being natural or being something as simple as an allergic reaction. Um, this was a set up. Collaboration and bully. These are people working together against him. Why would they work together against him? I don't know. Could be, could be something as simple as racism. Um, Bruce Lee was Chinese, and he's coming over to America. He's really kind of groundbreaking in a number of ways. Just about the fact that he was a Chinese man coming over here to America and entering into a white world in the 1970s, in the late 60s and early 70s. Um, and so it could have been something as simple as race. And then on top of that, he had the nerve to marry a white woman. It could be something that simple. Um, Maybe he wanted a little bit more creative control over things than what the executives or whoever were wanting to give him or wanting to allow him to have. Um, yeah, it was a not yeah yeah collaboration alliance bully. It Yeah, they were working. This was not yeah, the illness and the libation, the offering or the liquid, whatever's in the cup. It's not so much about the libation itself as it is whatever is in the cup. Um, it's giving set up a little bit. It's giving set up. Oh. Mm. Okay. Mask. I just picked up the cards and the mask card is in there. Yeah, it's a lot of lies, a lot of deceit. This was a case of he was worth more dead than alive. I mean, yeah, they could have went on to make more money off of him, um, if he had still been alive. But I don't know if he was a control freak, if you know, I don't know if he was overstepping his boundaries by asking for what he was worth instead of just accepting what they gave him, because it is documented that when there was a show back in the 60s called The Green Hornet, and Bruce Lee played a character called Kato, and Bruce Lee was paid significantly less than everybody else. So I don't know if it was also a matter of him just asking for what he was worth, and these folks being like, you know what, we don't feel like dealing with this. Um, since the beginning of time, and it's for damn sure since the beginning of show business, as we know it now, um, this stuff has been going on and they've been taking folks out, and it's not a secret anymore that these record labels and these studios and that they will put out life insurance policies and do all type of crap um, on these performers and take them out If they feel like, okay, you doing too much, I'm tired of you, I don't feel like working with you. It don't matter. Like, even though there may be more earning potential there, especially if they're young, like Bruce Lee was, like, say he's only 32. This makes me think of Aaliyah, who was 22 when she died. But allegedly, well, I don't know if this alleged or not, but I'm saying allegedly, after she passed tragically in a in that plane crash back in 2001, um, I believe there was like a $90 million payout, and I don't know what. I don't know if there was a similar type of payout for Bruce when he passed away. I don't know, like, going back to Aaliyah, I don't know, like, maybe she would have made $90 million over the course of her career. I mean, it seemed like she would have, but you know, do you want to wait 10, 15, 20 years or however long it takes for her to make the $90 million and go through everything you have to do to make the 90 million? Or do you take her out now, make her a legend, make her, forever young, and you cash in the $90 million now? Um, I mean, Bruce Lee, if he remained in good health and, had managed to stay away from any sort of unnatural death, he could still be alive today. Some of his co-stars, like Chuck Norris, is still alive and in his 80s right now. I believe Bruce Lee will be in his 80s now. He'll be in his early to mid 80s. So, do we want to wait for somebody to get old and gray? Do we want to? I don't know if. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know if there was a cash out. What kind of? If he had life insurance, how much it paid? I don't know any of that. But what I do know is that by dying young, he is forever young, and he's also the legend that he's what could have been. And mm, yeah, he's the legend, and he's what could have been. And his philosophy lives on. His philosophy, his image, it lives on, and his influence, it goes on, right, forever. Yeah. So thank you for that, Mr. Lee. I'm gonna stop right here for right now, and we'll come back and look at this again because this. You answered my question straight out the gate, though. You did. Damn. That kind of caught me off guard. I ain't gonna lie. Caught me off guard. All right. Yeah. That just messed me up. That did. That did. But okay. All right then. Till next time. Until next time. Yeah. Till next time.